Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. This is episode 3. Let's see what happens.
Right here.
Why? What the are you gonna do? You're gonna beat me up? Don't touch me!
You're not gonna throw down right now, Taylor.
I'm actually kind of shocked. This is like a marathon.
Can I ask, does he look for this? Because I thought he did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the party. This is the Halloween party. Last episode, the cops arrived. I'm not sure of the timing of this. The Chippendale dancers are upstairs. Taylor is like screaming at Chance, and they're all going at it. So let's see what happens.
Okay, dude, why are you being...
Because I hate you. You're not my partner.
Yeah, why? Oh, and you're my partner?
No.
You've had my back so
Not your
much.
partner
Yeah,
at all.
so much. Yeah, you've had my back all the time.
So now, of course, Dakota and Taylor are fighting about, oh, you're my partner, you're not my partner. Because initially, Taylor came up to him and was like, why are you believing this liar? You should be having my back. But they're not together right now. So they're not really they're not a team right now.
I might be regretting the guest list now. I did not foresee this happening. And
Really, Jess? Really? You didn't see it coming?
Are you happy you're getting your little moment, Chase? Ooh, so fun.
Did I call him Chance earlier? I did. His name is Chase. My bad.
No, this is not fun.
This is why you showed up.
I would consider my stay here
Okay,
extremely
then go.
relevant. Where'd Kate go?
She doesn't want to be around you right now.
Ooh, nothing worse than being the embarrassed female partnership to the male partnership. Been there, done that. Have you ever been the girl in the situation in a heterosexual relationship where like your male partner is acting just so messy and you're so embarrassed? Yeah, I've been there. It's hard. I wonder if Kate's gonna stay with him.
Doesn't seem like he does either.
Really? Go talk in your podcast, Chase.
Don't make fun of my podcast.
It's fucking lame. I honestly cannot stand Chase right now. I think that his intentions coming tonight are not pure. Me and him dated each other for a little over a month, and I definitely see very bad toxic traits in him.
I mean, he has it. He's got the Justin Bieber vibes. And not that we can't explain Justin Bieber's toxicity and being raised as a teen celebrity, but do you know what I'm saying? He's got it's giving Chris Brown, actually maybe Justin Timberlake, but Justin Bieber. It's got that aesthetic. It's got a very specific aesthetic.
It sucks because it's like, dude, you're damn right. I want to know what's going on, the truth. Not just from...
The way he chews the gum, the way he's like, I'm hard. Relax. You're a bulldog. Relax.
I want to know it from your guy. Like, I've never gotten that.
he's lying. It's disgusting. It's a joke.
Then yeah, they can be friends.
What, you listen to my conversations? I can talk to him if I want.
You, Dakota. You can talk to whoever you want. Just you.
Yeah, because you lied. There's
you.
multiple times you've lied that now I know are the truth.
Let's talk about
That's
what
crazy.
you've done.
Yeah, let's talk.
Going back to what I said yesterday or whenever I filmed that episode, Miranda wanting to be in this group is the toxicity. Why would you want to be a part of this?
What you've done.
What you've done.
Oh, you want me to bring you up?
Do you want me to bring you up?
These boys, so this is Demi's husband and shoot, whose husband is this? Jordan. Oh, Jordan is Jesse's husband. So Jordan and Jesse and Demi and Brett. So they are upstairs just kind of goofing off and not involved in the drama. And to be fair, last season, they were not involved in the drama, really. So like they are kind of the guys who like mind their business.
What the hell's going on?
You guys should both get out. No one wants
Why would I leave? Jordan invited me, Macy. Oh, do you own the house? Do you own the house?
Look at me.
Do you own the house?
It's not going.
We're not doing this here.
No. What's
Get
this?
out. Chase? Actually, I am going to leave too. I didn't really want to kill anyway, so.
Chase, this wasn't gonna happen.
This is
Uh-oh, so now we've got Miranda telling Chase to leave, so the ex-wife, and then we've got Kate, the current girlfriend.
How am I f***ing back with
Do
Chase?
you have my back?
With Chase?
No, with anything. Have you had my back?
Not now. Look what you just did.
Uh-oh, so Taylor's saying you should have my back, Dakota, with Chase, and he's like, have you had my back with anything?
This is f***ing stupid. Holy shit, Taylor. Yeah, f*** this.
Dakota.
You guys need to literally stop talking.
Go make up and let's be good.
What do you think I was doing right here?
Not cutesy, not demure.
Okay, I couldn't help.
Oh, well, maybe just look next time.
Crazy.
You have a child. You need to talk to me.
I just expected him to like have my back, and I just feel very left alone.
I don't know why she expected that. I'm still very confused on why she expected that to happen.
And then Chase is over here trying to stay at the party. I'm going home too. I hate him.
Ooh, this is Kate, current girlfriend, saying, I'm going home too, I hate him. I'm going home too. I hate it. I hate who? Chase?
I do think Kate is a little bit uncomfortable, and I think she would like to leave.
I know. I really fucking need to be.
Oh, she's like, I really fucking hate him. Who?
Your girlfriend just left. I don't know if you want to go check on her and make sure she's okay. That's what a man would do. So I would take, like, that's probably...
Where's your husband?
He's upstairs. Don't touch me again.
Interesting. He passed by Demi, said, hey, where's your husband? And then kind of like patted her on the way out and she said, "Don't touch me." Does he want to stay more than he wants to go help Kate?
I just see red. Oh no, you did not just condescendingly be like, oh, worry about yourself, while I just watched you neglect your girlfriend.
Exactly. It's very much like, it's feeling like he wants to stay at the party on camera, then go help Kate. And Kate's like, "I can't handle this, I'm leaving."
And then touch me. Brett! Go yourself.
All right.
Fun party, Jess.
I want to have a word with Chase.
Me?
He just laid his hands on me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Brett just said, "What the hell?"
Outside. He's outside.
To be fair, he didn't fight her. He condescendingly patted her, which was a move of dominance. But I certainly hope Brett doesn't escalate to physical violence, because it will be assault. I don't know if what Chase did was assault, but I don't know if patting somebody on the shoulder, I mean, spitting on somebody is assault. It could be persecuted. So I would caution Brett escalating this in the moment, but I would say that Chase did do it to piss her off, to violate her.
This guy's gonna die tonight. Chase is going to die on the front lawn.
Well, then Brett's going to prison, and we don't want Brett to go to prison.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? What do you mean, Brett?
What's happening?
I'm just gonna get his ass.
Just touched my wife?
I don't appreciate displays of masculinity that turn to violence, and I feel like if violence is your first move, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like all displays of violence not being the absolute, like, last resort or last decision is always the wrong decision. You guys know I don't appreciate this display of possessiveness over a partner. I don't think it's attractive. I would find it off-putting if my partner was like, "What do you say?" I would find that so gross. Like, I'd get the ick. I'd literally get the ick if my partner was like, "No, I must fight this man." Like he passive aggressively touched her shoulder. It's inappropriate, but like, you know what I mean? If he had done something more egregious, if there was like, you know, then that's different. But, you know, this doesn't warrant. It's in the moment, it could have been self-defense, but this isn't self-defense. Now this is aggressing for no reason.
I did see Chase pass to me, and from my perspective, it did look like he just touched her and said, "Hey, where's Brett?" Just like asking. I didn't notice anything aggressive.
Are you serious? I'm being dead serious right now. She just told me you put your hands on her. I said, "Where's Brett?"
He literally just walked by me and I was like, "You might want to go get your girlfriend." And he was like, "Where's your husband?"
Touched you?
Yeah, he did.
He's a psychopath.
Okay, everybody calm down. Humans are such little evolved animals, bro. This is so, you're peacocking right now. For what? This is so unnecessary to put your male partners in harm's way by escalating into violence for something that was not, I mean, in my opinion, it wasn't warranted. What do you guys think? I mean, honestly, if we're sitting here talking about being peacekeepers and de-escalating, like, first of all, this whole situation is an escalation on purpose. This is why I think it's so frustrating, because you're putting everybody in a dangerous situation. You're putting people in a room you know will get angry with each other, and now you're escalating to another level. I just think it's all very inappropriate.
Literally told him this would happen. I'm like, dude, don't come.
Yeah. Look how psycho he is. I am happy Chase got into it more with other people besides just me. He's proving my point of how psychotic he is and manipulative, and he's a gaslighter.
Obviously feels toxic. I don't know about borderline abusive, maybe, probably. He definitely feels like a bad person, but I feel like they are reveling way too much and they are contributing to the escalation. It all feels very toxic.
Thank you. Like, they're kind of seeing him for who he is.
Don't touch my wife, dude, ever.
Dude,
you never touch a woman for any reason, dude.
No, I walked.
I agree with that. I agree that he should have touched her. So, like, I want to make that clear. But I want to know your guys' opinions. Like, you know, we preach a lot on this channel. How do we gain wisdom from seeing situations like this? I just feel like there's no wisdom in escalating, period. But there is a conversation to be had about, like, no matter how passive aggressive you're being, don't touch people. Like, I think that needs to be clear. Do not touch people. It's so unnecessary, but I also think we need to be, like, careful about escalation.
I said, where's Brett?
I fear for Chase's life in this moment, but in the same breath, I'm like, that's my man.
See, like, that toxic, like, I'm afraid for Chase's literal life, but that's my man. So you want a man to get killed for simply touching your shoulder or touching your stomach or touching, and not in a passive, he was being bitchy. So, like, how is this ethical to take a man's life or take anyone's life? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so interesting how violent we are, and then we have the audacity to be like good, bad people. Like, we're so violent as a species.
Cross a major line.
Dude, I didn't mean to cross a brush. I thought that was normal. Like, hey, where's Brett?
Taylor, I just want to watch.
Taylor, Taylor, do not get involved in anything physical.
I'm watching them. I know. Let's just keep our distance. Oh, I'm not going up there.
I wasn't trying to disrespect Demi.
We'll go apologize to her.
I will right now. Where is she? I walked past you and said, hey, where's Brett? I didn't mean to.
Take over!
bullshit. Take ownership right now.
That's what I did.
No, take ownership.
Yeah, so they're screaming, take ownership, like Jordan's screaming. I think that he needs to take ownership for being passive aggressive and say like, I was being petty, I was being passive aggressive. I should never have even said anything to you and I shouldn't have touched you. Period. And then that could have been the end. No, he's trying to play it off like, I didn't mean to disrespect you. Yes, you did. You meant to be petty. There is no context in which your tonality and the voice and the way you were setting that up wasn't trying to be passive aggressive. So now people don't believe him. And now it's going to escalate because he's not willing to take accountability to de-escalate. You've got to take accountability to cause the de-escalation. And that way everyone can calm down, but no one's going to calm down because he's not owning what he did in the first place.
You did.
I'm sorry for disrespecting you.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that, and I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
You had your moment.
He's a psychopath.
And now everyone's being like super, celebratory, I guess.
I originally invited Chase because I wanted to get to the bottom of Miranda and Taylor and what really happened with the swinging scandal, but we're leaving it on a ... and I really hope we figure out the truth soon.
Okay, so Kate is still at the party. Miranda's crying and Taylor comes in to give her a hug.
What's going on? I mean, are you just like embarrassed?
No, I'm just triggered, dude.
I know.
Dude, and then I'm like triggered for you.
No, don't be triggered for me.
I'm sorry. I'm really.
You know what? Mormons are kind of like gay communities. We all date each other's ex. You know what I mean? Like everyone really does kind of get passed around. I mean, it's a small community, right?
I'm like, we have a good co-parent relationship right now. So
like all three of these women have kissed Chase.
You've dealt with him for a long time and you've gotten a taste, so.
it's just so hard because I'm just like, dude, you have so many good qualities about you. Why do you do this? Like, I'm just in shock about everything. He left.
Yeah, good.
The police are here.
And now the cops have arrived.
We are new to this neighborhood. It's our first gathering.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Jordan and I are wanting to die right now and just like hide under.
Okay, so Jesse and Jordan had just moved into the neighborhood. People called because of noise complaints and they saw people fighting.
Yeah, there were a few people here who were arguing, so we've settled down, but not at all. No, it was just a lot of screaming, but we have a lot of people here who like shut it down and then they left.
I don't know why. Sorry, I just got scared. I mean, I did too. Sorry, my brain.
I think Taylor's probably has anxiety because Taylor in the first season was arrested. So Taylor has been arrested. And I'm sure there's some anxiety when cops show up, right?
Their spouses or partners here still?
No.
They left with them?
No.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, they went alone. It was like exes.
Well, technically Kate is still in the house, right?
Like a tangled web. Have you watched Secret Life of Mormon?
No.
She just said, have you seen our TV show? Because they're asking like, whose partners what partner left? And she doesn't know how to explain to them that all of them have been together and dated each other.
Like there's gonna be any retaliation?
No, these two were the problem and they left, so we're good now. Okay, thank you guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Okay, the cops left, no issues. Basically, they put on a Chippendales show and targeted Zach and Jen as to bring up the whole Chippendales situation in Vegas. I think it's bad taste, but they took it with a grain of salt and Zach and Jen had a good attitude about it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's mean.
It's really weird to look someone in the eyes and then be able to just like lie to it. Like
Because he's a narcissist and so is Dakota.
So the girls just said it's because Chase is a narcissist and so is Dakota. Look, I know we use this vernacular very loosely. I know it's a part of our language. I know we say like narcissist, gaslighting. But for the record, I don't think either of those people are technically diagnosable as NPD. I wouldn't know though, because I'm not a therapist. But I would say they have Chase, especially has ego problems. And then I would say Dakota, he has something going on, but it could just be like, I don't know, a lot of other things. But it's interesting that the women do use the N-word a lot. And then of course, Jen used it towards narcissistic traits towards Zach, and then the girls amplified it. So I will just say that, NPD is like a kind of a rare-ish mental health problem. You do have to be a mental health professional to diagnose it. And then ultimately, if you think someone is narcissistic, it's one thing to think it in your brain and move away from them. And it is another thing to actually think it or think you can diagnose it. Because we can't diagnose these things. We can only feel or come to a conclusion based off our own lived experience that I'm going to remove myself from interacting with you because I think this might be your problem. But ultimately, whether you think somebody is sick or not, remember that they are sick, and remember you're allowed to be open with boundaries. You're allowed to say, I don't want to hang out with you. I'm concerned about your problems. I'm concerned about the situation. And also narcissistic, meaning high ego. So I don't know what the girls mean, but just wanted to say that. And then I just want to say that the girls they have Taylor's back, and they're saying Dakota should never have, questioned you. He should have defended you. I just think it's all around very toxic. And I think you have to make a decision. Are you separated or not? Are you partners or are you not partners? But also, I don't understand how Taylor could say Dakota's a liar and a bad person and then expect him to be a good person in that moment. It's like, which one is it? Is he a bad guy you're not dating anymore? Or is he a good guy who made a mistake and you expect him to show up somehow? It's the fact that she already decided she was done and kicked him out, but then she still wants to give him a chance, which I think is related to her mother's toxic relationship with the whole making it work thing.
My skin and like all my chronic health issues, I think it's related to like deeper rooted trauma.
This is the current state of my skin. Oh, it's just so rough because I've literally been doing.
So we learned last season that Michaela had chronic health issues, and you guys know I'm chronically ill. You're probably chronically ill. And it is a journey. I've been there. I have so many photos and pictures of my skin overreacting, cutting things out of my diet, putting things back in. It is so exhausting. It's like, you know, people are always asking me like, oh, are you gluten-free right now or not? Girl, it's day to day. Like, it's truly day to day sometimes of like what I'm removing from my diet or not removing from my diet. It's just like, you know, right now I'm on gluten, but like I did non-gluten for a while. Right now I'm plant-based. Like, who knows? It's always a battle of what is good for me, what isn't good for me. You know, I don't put white sugar. There's no white sugar in the house, you know, and I'm on stevia, or it's constantly back and forth. And that alone is so exhausting. Like, having to think of what you eat every day is very exhausting. So I feel for her.
But recently I've been working on finding my voice and learning how to express my feelings. And now my skin's been doing a lot better. It's hard because when my face is good, my body's bad, and then it'll swap where my face is horrible and my body's great. So I just need to get my whole body in tune with each other. I was sexually abused for about like 4 or 5 years. I was young, and so I didn't exactly know what was going on. And then when I was 15, I was like, it can't go on any longer. So Halloween of 2015, I ended up going to my mom, and I felt like she didn't believe me.
Wow. So Michaela was abused when she was a teenager, and she went to her mother, and her mother didn't really believe her. Man, it really is your mother sometimes, bros. Oh, I'm devastated for her. And now she feels like a lot of what she's going through is manifesting physically. Wow. Wow. This is very vulnerable to share.
I think that this is another jab from Jesse and Demi at Jen and I's expense.
I agree. I do think the girls did this at their expense, and I think it's really cruel. I think it's so unnecessary. Like, I was going to say unnecessarily cruel, but it's just so unnecessary, period.
I don't know in what world they think that they have some right to like give us exposure therapy. To force something onto someone, and especially not tell them, I don't think you can claim to have a good intention. I
agree with that. The girls called it exposure therapy, but I actually agree with Zach here. Ugh, how dare you make it so I have to agree with a man? But you know, I do agree with him on this, that I think as friends, as people, like, sometimes you got to mind your business. Even when your friends involve you in their relationship, like, that was going too far.
We're made into the comedy act so that they can laugh. It's a different story if Brett reaches out and says, like, Zach, are you cool with this? Or even the girls. I mean,
I agree. I'm surprised nobody reached out and said, hey, are you okay with this? Are you comfortable with this? Because they were at a party with a bunch of people they didn't know. And it was like putting their relationship on blast. And it's already on blast on TV. I understand that. But even though it's on TV, it doesn't give people permission to then do it. And I just think it was bad behavior. Honestly, it would make me not want to talk to Jesse or Demi again.
They asked you if they could?
No.
Okay, Jen is now saying they did not ask her permission to do it either. Let's hope that is true, because I'm still confused at them saying that Jen, you know, that they did reach out to Jen and Jen didn't reply. And I'm still unsure as an observer who's telling the truth. But yeah.
So I mean, it shows a lot about who they are as people.
I did hear Jesse and Demi kind of bring it up jokingly when I was at Jesse's salon, but I didn't think they were serious.
Okay, so if the girls did bring it up in conversation, were they bringing it up to Jen, or were they talking around Jen?
I knew partially of what they were gonna do.
Hello, Jen. Okay, let's see. Now the producers are giving us a flashback.
He's gonna come in like normal costume, rip it off into like a chicken nose.
I love that.
But I didn't.
What the fuck, Jen? What the fuck? Does she have dementia? Why does she keep playing dumb with everything? I'm getting annoyed with her. I want to like Jen, but like, what are you doing? They literally told you to your face and you said, I love that. See, this is where I would like, we have to go to the doctor. something is wrong. Like we're having a stroke or something. Something's wrong. You just can't act like this. You can't be like this.
I didn't realize how bad this was upset Zach. I just wanted to be the fun friend who just said yeah and that it would be so awesome. But
she's trying to have her cake and eat it too. Remember, where is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay, you can either have your cake or you can eat it. And Jen is trying to have her cake and eat it too. She's trying to be the part. So she keeps kind of lying to Zach. Actually, I wouldn't say kind of. She is lying to Zach.
But I didn't really question their intentions behind it. And I also didn't ask myself how I felt about it.
They're shitty friends. It's like, this is our marriage. This isn't a game. And like real friends wouldn't do that, genuinely.
I agree from Zach's perspective. He's thinking that. The problem is everyone is so toxic. It's hard to figure out who's even healthy in the situation and nobody. So then it's kind of like you want to scrape it all. You kind of want to ditch the friends and ditch the marriage and start over again, which might be what has to happen, honestly. But could it ever happen if Jen doesn't leave the bubble?
I feel like I'm tossed in the middle, having to pick between my marriage and all the girls in mom talk.
So Jen feels like she's put in the middle. Who does she pick, mom talk or her marriage? How about your values? Pick your values. Okay, let's talk about open with boundaries. So open with boundaries would say I'm open, but my boundaries come first. So in the situation, she would look at her values, and your boundaries are based off your values. And you would say, okay, well, my values say this, and this is what needs to happen. So which community gives me this? And if neither of you give it to me, then I have to abandon ship. And if I don't give it to me, then I have to work on myself. And so Jen, will feel like she has to pick between the two, but she shouldn't even be in this position because it's what coincides with your values, Jen.
It definitely feels like I have no one to turn to right now. And that's really hard.
It's just honestly a toxic environment and not the kind of place where I want to be, like, honestly raising our kids.
Put the frustration you're feeling towards Demi and Jesse on me.
I got upset about it, and he was jumping to conclusions and putting his frustration on me without getting the whole picture or the whole story. It was definitely triggering for me.
I'm not frustrated at you, Jen.
Interesting. Jen is saying he was mad at me, and I want him not to be mad at me. But he has a right to be mad at her based off of what the clip we just saw. He has a right to be frustrated with the situation and to divorce her or like remove himself from this marriage, because like how can he trust Jen if Jen told her friends and then she's playing it off to Zach like I didn't even know this was really going to happen, like I didn't think they were serious. What do you mean?
We're continually going to these parties and spending time with.
Look, she's playing. Oh, Jen, no, it's giving playing victim, but there is a lot of toxicity here for Jen to feel victimized. And there is a lot of toxicity here for Zach to feel targeted. And there is a lot of toxicity here for the girls to feel or lied to as well, right? So what do you do if everybody is hurting each other and nobody is clearly in the right?
These people who clearly don't have good intentions for you or for our family.
I just also want you to acknowledge the frustration you put on me.
Yeah, I am frustrated because I feel like I'm having to stick up and defend our family, and it's making me look like the bad guy when these are your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like if my friends were doing these kind of things to us, I would confront them or I would drop them.
So much was happening. I didn't feel like there was room for me to confront them.
Yeah, she always has an excuse for why she can't do something. She always has a reason for why she can't stand up for her values. It's always everybody else's fault and never Jen's fault. Damn, Jen. Disappointing.
It felt like Chippendales all over again, just like you being...
Jen.
I'm not to the... Not to the extent...
Hold on.
No, not to the... Not
Tony,
you just listen to me real quick? Or you just listen to me? Not to the extent, obviously, you're frustrated about the whole thing and you're frustrated about...
Not at you, at Jesse and to me, because they're not good friends.
I know, but I wish you wouldn't put that frustration on me and you would ask me how I'm feeling then.
He's putting it on Jen because Jen is responsible for bringing them into their life because she keeps choosing them over the marriage and the prioritizing of the marriage. I wonder how Zach would feel if he saw that clip that we just saw of Jen being in on the Chippendales event.
You bring me to these parties with your friends and then I get put in these situations. I think there is a lot of things that I do need to take accountability for. I just don't think everyone sees the full context and doesn't see the other side of things.
Like you also have to own up to like how you treat me after these situations that I'm not putting myself into.
But she is. She's not only putting herself into it, she's putting Demi and Jesse into it, and she's putting Zach into it. Jen is 100% the reason any of these situations are happening right now. I can't believe it. I really wanted to like her, but based off the edit and based off what the producer showed us, It's not looking good, Jen.
Honestly, felt like pretty alone.
Okay,
and now she cries and she's like, I'm the victim again. This is bad.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna hear me out? Are you gonna listen to me?
No, she's weaponizing the therapy talk, and she's weaponizing the fact that Zach was so shitty in Vegas, and now she's using it against him and holding it around above his head. Or do you guys agree? Am I off the mark? I feel like that's what I'm seeing. Am I misunderstanding the edit? And again, I haven't seen future episodes, so try not to spoil with your comments, but just based off this data, is she not manipulating the situation?
You're just gonna walk away.
I would like to take a break for a second. Will you please cut the camera? I don't want to do this.
I don't want to take a break.
So now he's saying, can you please cut the camera? I need a break. And she's saying, I don't want a break. Yeah, but he deserves to consent to taking a break.
I want to openly have this conversation.
And now she's like, I want to openly have this conversation, which is, again, I think it's manipulating therapy talk.
I'm not down to have this conversation right now. I'm not getting this twisted on me again.
You're making it about you. And
so now she's like, you're making it about you. He doesn't want to get twisted. He needs a break. Give the man a break.
You feel you haven't considered how I felt about.
So now she's like, you haven't considered how I feel. Oh, Jen.
Film this later. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have this flipped back on me again because you have crazy ass friends. I've been doing so much work to handle things differently, to go about things differently. And Jen is such a sweet, pure-hearted person.
No. Remember, so she's such a sweet, pure-hearted person, he said. And remember when she said, I need you to put my feelings above yours? Red flag. Remember how I said that was a red flag? This is why. Because if Zach is always putting her feelings above his, then he's also going to put her feelings above what's right. And Jen can't always be right. You cannot put your partner's feelings above what's right. You can value and respect your partner's feelings and accordingly, react, but you can't put your feelings above what's right.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I kind of get a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about Jen.
So he's stressed. He doesn't want to say anything bad about Jen, but I'll say it. I think Jen is the bad guy here. You guys can call me out in the comments. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
You to own up to this. I'm not being quiet about it. And if you don't want to be on camera, then you can go. If you don't want to be a part of this, you don't want to be a part of this marriage, you can go. And I'm only moving forward in this marriage if you take accountability.
She's weaponizing therapy talk. She's blaming him. She's yelling at him. She's dragging him. She's not respecting his mental health or his boundaries. I was fine to go in on Zach, but now I have to go in on Jen because absolutely not, girly. Okay, let's go ahead and end it there. Didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. I'm actually kind of shocked at Jen's behavior and I need time to process. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Am I wrong? Do you guys think that Jen's being manipulative? Or I don't know. I don't appreciate the way she's handling this situation. And I actually do feel bad for Demi, Jesse, and Zach, which isn't saying much since I also don't like their behavior. But, again, let's zoom out, observe. These are real people, but also let's use this to better our lives because we do philosophy through pop culture here. Okay, girlies, subscribe, send this to somebody watching the show, and I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.